onto the front cover of the next paper. This is an absolutely horrible story, Roger. This is the dog walking story. The Mail have run with this as their main story. But
crikey, it's hilarious, isn't it? But you know where you are with the Daily Mail, which, of course, is something to be appreciated because everything's going to hell in a handcart. Previously domesticated beasts are turning feral, and we will all, one day, presumably, be slaughtered by nature revolting against us.
Well, to be clear, these are not... The dogs that attacked her were not on the dangerous dogs list.
Absolutely
These are not the kind of dogs you would expect. There were 2 Dachshunds. They were all small dogs. My understanding, she was walking 8 dogs at the same time.
Which is a lot to be walking.
But that happens quite a lot. Professional dog walkers, you see them all the time in the parks with many, many dogs.
Yeah.
And this sort of shows that maybe they develop that pack mentality when they're together, and if they are panicked, they can turn... And, of course, because of the various leads, she was trapped. I mean, this is absolutely horrible, Nick. I don't know...
Yeah, as you say, and 2 of them are sausage dogs. I mean, it's a weird... So it's a Leonberger, which is a cross between a Newfoundland. They are massive, though, Newfoundlands.
That was
and
the
a
bigger,
St. Bernard.
bigger dog.
And 2 sausage dogs. But, yeah, I mean, it's horrific, obviously, and it is tragic. And there was an interesting debate on Twitter about this, an adjacent topic, where Matt Walsh was saying that there's 20 million pit bulls in the US. There's 20 annual deaths from pit bulls. And people said to him, well, there's 20 million pit bulls and only 20 annual deaths, so it's a very small percentage. And he said, well, how many deaths is too many?
Yes.
And then someone actually said to him, 85,000, because that would be 0.025% of the population. And he said that was psychotic. So this is the question. I mean, we have this... I was saying the other day, there's only 0.5% trans and non-binary people. How much do we... But this is people being killed. So it's how much do you adapt society for it? You know, should pit bulls and dangerous dogs be banned? Though, as you say, in this case, that wouldn't even have solved this.
No, and it's also to do with socialisation, isn't it? I mean, my understanding is that when I speak to people who breed dogs, you know, pit bulls, Staffordshire Bull Terriers, you know, those kind of more dangerous dogs, even Chow Chows are apparently on the dog list, the dangerous dog list, is that if they're well socialised from puppies, this doesn't happen. You know, so it's not to do with the breed of dog and eliminating certain dogs. It's about the way that you train them.
Of course,
of course. And there's also an argument that a lot of these dogs have not been socialised well because they became very popular during the pandemic. Lots of people were getting a dog, but they weren't socialised.
And for a long time, it was assumed that dogs and other domestic pets were potentially vectors of contagion.
Yes.
I mean, I remember going to the park and not being able to pet a dog because some
you weren't allowed to. You weren't allowed to pet
dogs.
Dogs,
that. And it turned out to be bogus, but nonetheless, just as with small children, and arguably all of us, we became unsocialised, desocialised by isolation.
Yeah, absolutely. But they are animals. They are wolves, essentially. Anyway, we're going to